Let's do it.
Welcome to the Patrice Brantley Show, where helping others is the name of the game. And on this show, we push purpose, positivity, and personal growth. Y'all know I'm loving this, right? Welcome to season three. We're all about the health movement. And this particular time, I have the amazing pleasure of speaking to Mr. Peter Ho. Now, I got to tell y'all, just before we got on camera, it was blazing. So I'm excited to hear what he's going to bring to us beforehand because listen, he's talking about health and movement. And y'all know I'm all about mental health, right? I'm talking about how to help you keep your mental strong in the midst of all that's going on. So he's going to talk to us about some movement, how to go, what to do. And y'all know, okay, y'all know I don't like to do too much movement. I don't run unless it's for an ice cream truck or a strawberry shortcake. Okay. I just want y'all to be aware of that. Well, I love it because he's going to talk to us today about small movements making a big impact. And he's going to share some more other things with us with that. So please welcome Mr. Peter.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited and honored to be here. And hey, let's get this energy high. That's what it is. Positivity. I love it. I love it.
I love this because as you're talking to me, I'm feeling like, okay, there's some good stuff coming. So let's start from the beginning. What's your story?
What is my story? Oof, I love that when people ask that. I think the biggest takeaway from my story is happened last year. Talking about mental health and mental clarity and physical health and that area. Last
Mhm.
year was probably the toughest year for me I ever had in my last 27 years of my life. I
Wow.
was in a relationship that was physically and mentally abusive. I've lost a lot of money. I was five figures in debt, and I ended up becoming homeless. I ended up sleeping in my van for 7 months, trying to get my life together. During that time, I thought the friends I thought that would have my back left. And the people that I was so ashamed of and nervous to talk to was people who checked on me. What I realized from that standpoint was, did I want to give up on life? For sure. I have never hit rock bottom and more last year than ever in my life. Did I hit rock bottom before? Yes, twice before that. As you know, my name is Peter. It's a hilarious thing, and my Sikh name is also named Peter. And if you learn the story
Wow.
of Saint Peter, he denied Jesus three times. And I've learned that
Hmm.
the last time that I had the opening was last year, the last year of me hitting rock bottom. So I'm not trying to bring faith. I know a lot of people who are faith driven, who are not faith driven, but in my life, I'm not gonna lie, I did fight faith for a long time. I did fight God for a long time. But
Mm.
from last year, God really gave me a new pathway, a pathway I never regret. Um, so after having 7 months of being in hell and coming back because God helped me rising up again, I made a big difference. I changed my life. I decided to find a place, a new home, so I can rent out for a little bit and
Okay.
to restart my life. And that's really the first step of it. The second step of it is I want to start a new book, not a chapter. A lot of people say they want to start a new chapter in life.
Mm.
I want to start a new book on my
I
series.
love that. Oh, I
Right.
love that.
Yeah. So originally, before I continued, my first book is that I was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. I lived there for 23 years and decided that I wanted to make a difference. So my second book is living in North Cal, the Bay Area, being able to be one of the youngest tennis directors in the whole United States, achieving that. And working my way up there. But at the end of that chapter of that book, I did become homeless. I did go five figures in debt. I did get a physical, mentally abusive relationship that I'm still healing from. But I would say my healing process has been such an amazing journey. And now my third book. And I feel like this is my third and final book. And the reason why I feel that is because I'm so confident in what God has given me. As I said, God gave me a chance to live again. That's my third time. This is my third book. My third book, I have recently just moved to LA. Now I live in SoCal, living a fun and relaxing life. I get to be in a world where I thought I was going to quit tennis coaching to now striving as a tennis coach down here in SoCal. If
Okay.
anyone don't know, SoCal is the most competitive area in terms of tennis producing people. And now that I'm able
Oh.
to be down here and to create new players, to be able to create, even working on a tennis academy right now, to give the opportunity to do so, it's an amazing time. I'm actually here right now. I'm actually in the office right now. And to be able to do this and be on this show and really share my story, to really say, if I can do it, guys, you guys can do it too. But it comes with being around the right people. Um, And I really want to say that because the people you surround yourself with is the people you're going to be, right? If people are not willing
That's
to
good.
push you forward, if people are not willing to push you forward and tell you, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself, there's just no way you're going to lift yourself up. And through my journey, I've had so many people in my community to bring this up. It's called the word movement. I'm actually in health and wellness business and that aspect of it, but it's not about the business. It's not about the products that help me. It's the community that we have. The people that I was so ashamed and nervous to talk to people to about is people that I met 5 years ago, starting this business, starting this journey, and these partners that I'm with, this family that I'm with, is the one that felt was something was off, and they called me to check up on me, and not just to have a 10-minute conversation but to have hours of conversation to lift me back up to the
I
person
love
that I
it.
am here today. And
Can I jump in
I
here for a second? Because
go for it.
you hit so many good like jewels in the first couple of minutes that I'm like, right? And what a beautiful story from going from the rise to the fall to now the triumph. And like to me, as I'm hearing this, and I think about it because this is happening so often, right? We
Right,
always hear the amazing Blaze story of becoming an entrepreneur and everybody can do it and you should do it, right? But we never hear about those ebbs and flows. And what I love about your story, not that you were homeless, but you were open and honest enough to say, it was a shame. I had these things going on, and the people that I thought, the ones that were in my circle when everything was glitz and glamour, they didn't see about me. But the people who were really truly community, this is why it's so important to have, as you just said, that circle, that community, that family. I have people got all kind of names these days, right? They talk about their tribe, their community, their
right,
family, but it's just so important to have those divine people in your life that say, I see you. Even when things are not going well, I'm with you. And they will take the time to make that phone call. They will say, hey, you okay? I haven't heard from you in a while. So I love how you first point out the relationships. I also look at how you talked about the mindset because you said something that I made a decision to get an apartment. A lot of people don't realize that may not be everybody's story, but it's a little bit different to the place of now I see what it is. I got to make a decision to change. And sometimes a decision is such a hard thing because it's how they're going to look at me. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened, right? So we feel
right,
these boulders that hit us. And sometimes the boulders are connected with pride, let's be honest, because we done jumped out here and it's like, hey, I made it.
right.
And now you expect me to go back and be like, back down here, like what you doing? So I love how you talked about the relationships, the decision, and then now my favorite piece as I'm hearing you talk about it, the faith that in the midst of all of this, because I truly do believe it's your faith that holds you in the midst of all of this. Like, because things are happening. Let's really be honest. There are people right now who are going through layoffs and I mean losing relationships and family and all
Right.
type of stuff. And what do you grasp onto? What do you hold on to? My favorite thing is you hold on to your faith. That's what pulls you through. Even and I can say that even through my last couple of years of ebbs and flows and all of this. So, keep going. You're just giving me so much more. I got to let you keep going.
No, yeah, and I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'm out there. I don't really call people my friends. The people who are real to me, I call my family. I realize that friendship always has an end to things. They don't really come where they want to, and the people that are in your friendship won't care if you're striving or failing. The people in my
Mm,
family, why I call them family, even though they're not blood related, are the people who will see you fail, but not tell you, hey, you're a failure, but get you back up. That's the people you
love
want to
that.
spend time with. And I think the biggest part, I'm going to shout him out, is my buddy and my business partner, Sean Nakamoto. And the
Okay.
reason why I'm saying this is, and from the beginning to the end, let's say it's not the end yet, but it will never be. I have never seen a friend or brother, I call my brother, my older brother that I never
Mhm.
had, lift me up like this. Lift me and
Wow.
say, hey, are you okay? There's two people in my life that I want to shout out to that they're not blood related is Sean
Yes.
Nakamoto and Twilin, which is my older sister, what I call my older sister. Those are the two people in my life that I realized has gone through uh, the worst of me and the best of me.
Mm,
And from there, they've seen the worst of me. Twilin and her husband Christian, awesome, amazing couple, awesome, brothers, sisters to me. And we have Sean Nakamoto, who's been a mentor, who's been a business partner, but besides that, a
Wow.
brother. And these three people has been through the worst of me. I said the worst where I've committed suicide, that I've
Wow.
realized that I gave up on life, to the risen of me now of being, I'm not saying I'm successful now, but I'm already going to that pathway that God has shown me to be successful, right? To put these people in my life that will never judge me for who I am, for never judge me for what I did, but to guide me to the place that the light shines, where the light is, and through the dark tunnel. That's what it is.
I love this piece, and you said something earlier. You said these people have seen the best of me and they've seen the worst of me. And what I love about it is true friendship, true relationship. I'm gonna take out the word friend for a second. True relationships can see the best of you and they can see the worst of you. But the most beautiful piece is they truly still see you. They see the
Right.
one that they know can go and reach those heights. They see the one that they can say, you know what? Okay, I gotta love on you a little differently today because I see you in that space, right? I love that part. And then the other part you said that really clicked to me was I'm on my path to success. So I have two questions.
Go
In the
for it.
midst of
I would love.
this, has your view of success changed?
I would say yes. Each day it's growing to be bigger. My biggest phrase I like to say, and you probably will hear me say it a lot, that I'm going to bring it back, is go big and go bigger, right?
Go
And the
big or
reason
go
why,
bigger?
yes, and the reason why I say that is because the decision you make is the go big part. The decision after that you make is the bigger dream that you want to hit.
Oh, I
And
like that.
the reason why I decided to do that, and that be my phrase, is that sometimes we have this society thing of playing small ball. That's what I
Mm.
call it, right? But my ultimate goal to really share with this with people is I never thought that I would get myself back on my feet, especially this year. Especially being how much in debt, how much abuse I had, how much mental distraught I had myself last year, and to be able to become to me now. And I feel like this is just level one. This is just level one. And I think each day we want to be able to level ourselves up. And I feel like as each day goes, I'm leveling up, gaining the experience like a game, right? You gain the experience to
Mhm.
level up each time. And that's what I love about this journey that I'm having. And I would say the path of success is that, as I said, when I came down here, I decided to quit tennis coaching, right? Now I'm striving as a tennis coach 2 weeks after I moved down here in October, which
Wow.
is really interesting. But not just that, but my business itself too. Being in health and wellness is a big aspect of it. And I think it's not about selling. I hate selling. I will give you that. But the
Okay.
biggest part is that if you really get to know who I am, I come from a place of heart. I come from a place from helping other people because I can't let people fail. I don't care if you're a
Wow.
stranger. I don't care if you're next to me and you have no idea who I am. I cannot let you fail. And that's the way
Mm.
I go through things. And the reason why I'm going to bring this up again, the success I had 5 years ago during COVID.
Mhm.
And I want to mention this. And because the reason why I want to mention this is I made a nonprofit in helping homeless sheltered people. And the reason
Mm.
why I had a name behind it is I don't like the fame. I don't like, oh, I help homeless people. That's not my goal. My goal is to be able to go in there and make a difference to their life. The people in homeless shelters are the people who want to have a second chance. And that's what I want to give people now. You can either make a decision or make a decision to make your life harder in plan A, or you can make a decision in plan B to make your life harder. No matter what, life is going to be difficult in both pathways. But which
Mm.
pathway do you want to follow? Right? You can stay in
Wow,
plan
that's
A and be
awesome.
stuck in it, right? Stuck in it and say, "Oh, I'm not going to bring this up, but I'm on my physical journey right now."
Mhm.
Um, I used to think that, oh, I can be fat, I can be obese, I can just stay there. Or do I want to do plan B where I make a decision and create, you know, a plan for myself to lose weight, to be better for myself, to be better mentally. On the long run, your physical health will always become better for your mental health. And I made that decision and I've lost 25 pounds in the last 35
Wow.
days,
Wow.
right?
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
huge.
Thank you so much. I really
Wow.
appreciate that. But that's the success that I want to and show people is that, as I said, first of all, we come back to the beginning, making a decision.
Decisions.
Making a decision for yourself, not for anyone else. Making a
Mm.
decision for yourself is very important. And that's what I got from Sean was he told me finally when I got back into this business after being hiatus, he said, dude, you finally made a decision for yourself. You finally want the success for yourself. And then the success of helping other people. That's a big part. I can't let people fail. It's just not my thing. All my students here, they're not allowed to fail. They're just not allowed to fail. And I guess the biggest part I learned from that, sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm almost,
Oh,
the biggest part of
go
that is
ahead.
after they take lessons with me, after they go through their journey with me, now to this day, kids from Hawaii, and I'm going to shout this out because this is what happened was on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, on my birthday, I know that I'm not their dad. I know I'm not an older brother, but I get, hey, Merry Christmas, Dad, or Happy Birthday, Dad, or Happy Thanksgiving, Dad. And I know that I made a difference in their life. Being a good role model and mentorship to their life to be able to feel that love again, feel that love from them because I gave them that love when they were students, when they were young, and seeing them grow and graduate in college and being in college and graduating in high school. It's a very good feeling for me. And from there, I take it to my life, my real life, where anybody that cross my pathway, anybody who wants to get to know me, if you tell me your goals, I am sure I will not let you fail for it. I will make sure that I will keep you accountable for it because that's just the person I am.
Ooh, you
And
said the word right there. I'm gonna jump in here. I love how you talked about I will not let them fall because you spoke about Mr. Sean earlier and you said he is my brother. It's a deeper level when you meet someone and they come into your circle and say failure's not an option. And the
it's not
beautiful piece about it is when they come into that space, they're saying, you know what? I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna love on you. And love looks different, right? Because people don't realize when you find a real partner, mentor, someone who is in the pot with you or in the trenches with you, as I love to say, it is not that good cushy love all the time. Sometimes love is correction. Sometimes love is saying, hey, you out of bounds. Suck it up. It don't sound good. Let me be the first to
right.
say it. It doesn't
That's
sound
love.
good,
Yeah.
but it is for your good. And as you're talking about this, I just reflect back to people in my life that God has given me that truly have come and say, I want to see you win. I want this for you. I'm not going to let you fall. Get back up. So when I hear this, I'm going, okay, those are your people who really love you. The other piece of this is what I love is how you just said something that really just kind of gave me a mind blow moment. Um, when we make it in this world, I think people are so accustomed to when I make it, it's going to be straight. I can go get the big body car. I can have the amazing home. But you said something that really hit a deeper chord. You said it's not about me. It's about these other babies. And for you, I literally saw when you start talking about when they give you the happy birthday, dad, Merry Christmas, dad, there was a level of warmth that just showed up and joy because wasn't just about the material, it was about the stuff that you provided to someone else. It was about that joy, that love, that helping hand, that hand up, not a hand out to that person and let them know, you know what? You are more. And I want to help you get there. Okay, I gotta hush. You just got so much good stuff.
And I think talking about success, and I think what society has been really shown success is you have the nice house, you have the nice car, you have nice things. But I believe that's not success. I believe the way I
That's
show
good.
success is how many people can I help around the world, not just here, around the world.
That's good.
That's the real success, right? How many schools am I building? How many hospitals am I building to help people who need this? That's the success for me because, first of all, I'm not going to live long on this earth. I think we all know that. There's a time that God will say, "Hey, it's your time. It's time's up." But it's not about me just having a legacy. It's me being able to show other people that they can help other people too.
Mm,
Create that humanity, that grateful humanity that we had back then, where politics wasn't a thing, where everyone wants to help each other out, where, hey, you do this for me, I do the catching fish. Like that's the goal
wow.
of what I'm trying to do in this world. And to be able to help other people and show other people that they can help other people too. And yes, I can say I don't care about money as much. And that's really hard to say on here. Money is a lot of things, but money is a byproduct of helping other people. The more people you help, you're going to earn that success in different ways. Either it's by money, it's by thank yous, it's by warmth, it's by love. There's so many different currencies of ways that you will get paid back for. A lot of us
Mm.
realize that a lot of us is like, oh yeah, we're so money driven. We gotta make the 10,000. We gotta make the millions. But those will always come towards the end. Those will always come when you help many people. Because at the same time, people are not gonna buy from you if you sound salesy. People are not gonna buy from you if you're money greedy, if you're money hungry. But people will buy for you for who you are. That's the biggest thing.
Mm.
Because you gotta create trust, right? Relationship is very important.
Mhm.
And I think to really show that, as I said, we just met. I believe we just met,
Mhm.
what, a week ago, maybe a week ago.
Yep. A week
And
ago.
to be able to have this conversation in a deepened way is to be able to show people that I'm not afraid of my story anymore. I'm not afraid to hide behind the scenes because I also want other people to be successful. And to be able to be successful is I just got to be vulnerable. I just got to be vulnerable out
Mm.
there, right? I got to share
Ooh,
my story so
that's
that people
good.
who are feeling the same way out there, whoever's going through the lows and everything like that. And if, as if Patricia puts my IG, I'm super open to having conversation with anybody around the world. I would love to hear your story because I want to be able to help you succeed. And I said, as I said, I believe in people more than they believe in themselves at the first,
Wow.
right? But also the biggest thing is people are too afraid to start something new. I think that's the biggest aspect,
Mhm.
right? You won't
Yes.
know the results until you try it. I think that's the biggest aspect of it. And once you try it, there's two ways you can do this, right? As I said, there's always two pathways. You can try it and give up, or you can try it and go 2 feet in and see the success out of it, right? If other people can do it, you can do it too. What makes you different from the other people, right? If you look at faith and everything, the biggest thing that he says is love other people as I love you. I think the
Yes.
biggest aspect that people don't realize that is that, as I said, I will love everybody that comes my way, right? But even if they stab me in the back, even if they put me down the trenches, it doesn't mean I don't love
Mm.
you. I just love you less, right? I don't give you the time that you deserve, and the reason for that is I don't want that energy, right? I don't want that energy that will help me drag me down, right? The goal is to help people. If I have negative energy all the time, there's no way that other people will be attracted to me. There's no way that I'm going to be able to help people. So I want to be able to share
Mm.
that with everybody that the people around you is very important and the people you help is also very important, right? Once you get your mental health aspect up, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm no near that perfect,
Mhm.
but I'm able to have that mentality to be able to help people because it's all I want to do. And that's what it
So
is.
let me jump in here for a second because
So
in the middle of this, you spoke about how not just those relationships, having the making the decisions, having the mindset, but you spoke about getting your mental health in order. And you spoke about earlier at the beginning of this interview, you said I had gone through quite a bit of emotional and physical and mental abuse. And I kind of want to walk with that with you a little bit because when you
let's do
talked
it.
about it, I am so over the moon. I'm so over the moon when you talked about it because not very many males will be upfront and say, I have gone through this. And I've had an opportunity where I worked in a completely male facility actually for over 8 years. And it's something different, right? And I will say this, I feel that there are times that women we feel like we kind of own the pain and sorrow role, right? But it's a different thing when a man stands and says, I want to be vulnerable and open and say, I have been hurt by this. This is what's bothering me. And I think there has been a major shift, and personally for me, I feel there's been a major shift since COVID, where we're having a lot more men say, Hey, I'm going through something too. It's not just you alone. I'm here. So I kind of want to dig a little bit of your story, and I don't want to make it uncomfortable for you, but tell what you want to share in the area of your mental health journey. When did this abuse start? How did it look? Because I think a lot of people just assume abuse looks just one way when it really starts a different way. and kind of just walk through, and I'll jump in as we go.
Yeah, and then talk in terms of that, when you realize something is off about the relationship, I think that's the first thing is you feel in your gut feeling something is off. The reason why I was so stuck in that relationship was I had something called imposter syndrome. I had to be someone I didn't. That's what I hated the most about the stuff, the relationship. But the physical mental abuse came from last year, beginning of last year, where I had a feeling that someone was cheating. I had a feeling that my significant other during that time was cheating on me. I just kind of felt something really off about it, like a stingy feeling. She got back from her trip and all of a sudden she changed. She became different. She became a different person. And I'm not sure what she's going through. That's why I kind of stuck because I wanted to help her, right?
Mm.
But during my helping her, that's when everything started going downhill. The more I helped, the worse it got. Um, and did I want to leave the relationship? Yes, I did. I was crying to my mom every single day. I was going through so many breakdowns in my car, feeling the most loneliest in the world. But
Mm.
as time goes on and as April came, that's when everything started going worse. I was called names I never thought I would be called. I was looked at how I wasn't looked at, not just by her, but by her family. I was hidden, I was whacked in so many different ways. My face was bruised in so many different ways. I was burned by the hair curler that the women's have, like the
Mhm.
curling iron is what I call it. Yeah, she hit me with that. But to really share this abuse is in different ways, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be hit or be abused physically where they're whacking you. It could be mentally abused. It could be spiritually abused. And that was what I went through. I went through all three abuse in so many different ways possible that I thought that that's why I wanted to end my life. That's why I felt like I had no place in this world anymore. Um, and I never thought I would get to that area ever again. I thought the second time was fair game, but this third time was so bad that even I told my mom that I wanted to give up. That's how brutal it was. Where I want to give up on life, not just on that relationship, but on life because it was so bad. And that's what my mom wanted to do. She wanted me to go home. She wanted me to reset. And even if I went back to reset back in May and then May last year, I still had a hard time getting it. I still had a hard time moving up forward with what I need to do. But as I said, it goes back to my two beloved sister and brothers. The reason why I'm able to get back up to that is because of them. It's because they check on me daily. It's because they're accountable for my actions, right? They're the only two people that have been through all my relationships. That's the funny part. The only two people that have shared my emotional feelings and my physical feelings when it comes to talk about my relationship. So that's exactly what happened last year in terms of the abuse that I had. And the reason why people are less open with it is because how society judged them. The more people are vulnerable, it's a sign of weakness. But actually, when you're more vulnerable, it's a sign of strength. It's because you're able to heal from internally, from your heart and from your mind, to be able to share your story so that you can help other people.
I love that you were able to sit with me and really talk about it not just being physical and how it started, because so many people don't realize it is happening to men as well. And, was there a point where you reached out to seek any type of professional help outside of your friends at all?
I did. I did. And, I was so against therapy. And because therapy didn't work for me the first time, but I realized therapy only works if you're truthful to yourself. You
Mm.
cannot lie to yourself, but you have to be truthful to yourself. You have to spill the beans about yourself. You have to spill the beans of who you were, who you are, and go towards it. And that's what it is. Right? Therapy only works if you're truthful. That's why it's called therapy. But if you're not truthful to what it is, they can't help you. No one can. Even if you ask for your friends' help, ask your friends' help, it's not gonna help if you're not truthful to yourself.
So coming out of this other side, because and I thank you, I really do. I thank you and I honor you for even sharing about that part of your journey because interestingly enough, being a mental health consultant slash therapist, a lot of people don't. And they just say, I wanted to show you the part of me that's beautiful and shiny.
Right.
And usually when I get to people, I get the part that's not. But I love it because you get to move from what wasn't so shiny to the part to helping them get their, as I like to call it, their go and glow back. So I love this piece. So at this moment, because I know you got all this going on, what's the next part? We're in chapter three, so you can't leave me on a cliffhanger. What's coming up next?
I'm going global. I'm going global. The
Wow.
cool thing about what I do and how I want to share is that like the business that I am is actually going global. I want to be able to, as I said, help as many people around the world. And I found a vehicle for it. I'm not here to sell. I'm not
Mhm.
here to do it, but I want to show people that I found something that really helped me. I found a vehicle that I can get into and it just drives me to success. That's what it is. And to really share what I do, as we go towards the end, is I help people balance their hormones. And what is that? A lot of people don't understand that we have hormones imbalance every single day, but we don't realize that we are having it. And that's what I do. I help people balance hormones, right? People have a hard time sleeping. They have a hard time waking up. They have hot flashes. For women that goes through menopause, they have hot flashes. They have a hard time sleeping. They have the sweats. For guys, we have bloating. We look like we are Oompa Loompas. Um,
Hmm.
we have lack of sleep. We have lack of rest. We're eating too much. We're binge eating, or we're not eating that much. We are gaining visceral fat at places that we shouldn't be because of the stress levels. And so that's what I want to share is what I do is that's exactly what I do. I help people balance hormones, and through that, some people they want to lose weight. Some people they want to really keep their hormones in check because if we have high cholesterol levels, we have high stress levels,
Hmm.
it causes depression. It causes people to be sad in their life because of how stressful their life is. And to be honest, that's how I lost 25 pounds actually, is because I got my hormones in check. Not just in like Western medicine ways, but in a homeopathic, holistic way. I think it's very important to say that as much as we love the Western medicine right now, as much as we love American healthcare right now, if we don't take care of ourselves now, and let me go back to the mental health part, it starts with your physical health. It starts with everything about your physical health. How you look into yourself in the mirror is how you look here. And I think that's the biggest aspect I want to end off with is your physical health is as important as your mental health. Your physical health is going to go first. If you put your physical health and be disciplined with your physical health, your mental health will come. And I think that's how I got the mental clarity that I got now is being able to work on my body, being able to work on my soul and my spirit to become the person I am today, to become the better version of myself. I'm not saying I'm the best version yet. It's getting better, but I want to become the best version of myself to be able to help more people in my life, to be able to help people that don't know who I am, that they want to reach out to me because they just want to talk. And that's what I love about what I do, right? No matter if you're strangers or not out there, I want to help you, right? It doesn't have to be what I do, but I want to be able to help you as a person. I want to help you grow. I want to help you become the better version of yourself. And to be honest, it's
Beautiful.
on my own time. There's no pay for this. I hate when people say, "Oh, do I have to pay for your time?" No, you don't. I want to come out here as a genuine offer to people who are going through things to reach out to me, right? To reach out, to have a friend to talk to. Go for it.
How can people connect with you? Because as you're talking about this, I can just imagine the throes of people who are saying, I want Peter to be a part of my story. How can they reach out
Yeah,
to you?
and my best part of Instagram, my Instagram is Uncle Peta, UNKOPEETAH. And the reason why my name is Uncle Peta is it's a Hawaii thing. It's like in Hawaii, we call them Uncle Aunties. Like I think it's here too. They call Uncle Aunties if
Yeah,
they're a little older. And so I've always been an uncle to a lot of my students. And so I decided to call myself Uncle Peta. Something a little catchy, but a little like, hey, like chill vibes, but also someone who's there to be a role model, to be a mentor, to help people get to the next level of their life.
I love it. I love it. Listen, Peter, you got to come back because it was just so good to me.
We will.
And it was not just a conversation, it literally was a master class on the connection from physical health and mental health and seeing them come together. And I just thank you for being vulnerable, open, and just taking us to another level. This was just amazing. Listen, guys, if you have not got a chance to check out this full podcast, or you say, I got to share this with a friend, send them back. Let them catch the replay. This is where we want them to know that at the Patrice Brantley Show, truly helping others is the name of the game. And we push purpose, positivity, and personal growth. We want to thank our guest again, once again, Uncle Peter, as he just said. And we appreciate him
Thank
coming
you.
in and stopping in and hanging out with us today. And y'all, guess what? Make sure y'all check out online. Again, that is Patrice B Channel. You can catch me on YouTube, IG, Facebook. I think I'm even trying to venture over here in TikTok. I'm gonna need some help. Okay. So y'all who are savvy, help a sister out. Okay. I need you. All right, y'all. So I'm looking forward to connecting you with on the next one, and I will see you then.